Okay. Hi, everybody. Danielle Elise. I am very happy to have you with me today for a special ABC Studio session. Um, not super fun, but please stay tuned, even if it's a little bit choppy. But yeah, I'm excited today to have a guest with me from St. Louis, Sydney Oréoluwa. She is a curator, a creative, a photographer, a storyteller, and and we're actually going to work together today on a design in Adobe Express. As always, thank you so much to my partners at Adobe Express for really seeing and believing in the creative storytelling that that we do with All Black creatives. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Sydney and kind of let her tell you a little bit about herself, and then we'll jump into a live tutorial through Adobe Express and the designs that we are going to make together during the stream. Sydney, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh. Are
Sorry
you
about this.
there? I don't know why my Wi-Fi is playing games today, but can you?
No, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. It just cut out a little bit. That's all. So how are you?
Sweet. Okay, well, I'm good. I'm
Good.
really good. Um, I'm sad that I missed your show.
It'll be another one. It's all good. We get to talk about it today too, so that's going to be fun too. It's going to feel like you were there.
I love that. I love that so much. Um, okay, so can you go ahead and just kind of tell everybody about yourself, introduce yourself just a little bit before we jump into your latest show?
Yeah. So my name is Sydney Oréoluwa, and I'm an artist and a curator here in St. Louis. And I have my first solo show called Circa 1998. This past September, and it closed in October. So we're just going to kind of talk through the pieces that was in the show and what it meant to me and what it was all about. And I'm going to share my screen in like 2 seconds. It should be pulling up. Let me know if you can see it. I know I might move a little slow, but yeah, just let me know once it pulls up.
Boom.
Perfect. Just give me a drink of water.
Like literally, this is so chill. Do whatever you
Yeah,
need. Get up, stretch, take a walk.
yeah. So I'm just going to talk through like the exhibition statement and a little bit of like the background on Circa 1998. So Circa 1998 really started off like as an Instagram page. And it was like a hobby. It was just like me trying to
Hmm.
explore different mediums because I was always a painter and more into design. But I kind of got like in this weird, I don't know, like funk. I was like kind of
Mm.
uninspired. So I got this camera. I was actually gifted by it by my boyfriend. And I just started making, I just made the Instagram page and said,
Aw.
okay, I'm gonna like, yeah, so I'm gonna like document all of my fun memories or like memories that I want to like cherish for a while. And then it just kind of got my gears turning a little bit. This piece behind me also kind of started it too. This is, I'm trying to scoot it back so you can see. It's Nostalgia Ultra by Frank Ocean, and that was like one of my favorite mixtapes from like many years ago. Um, I'm kind of hopping all over the place,
Mm.
but I was really into pixelated painting, and I was trying to figure out a way to combine like film photography and pixelated paintings. So that's how Circa 1998 kind of came about. So I just started shooting. or just take my camera everywhere with me just to get inspired and just like document my experiences. And I was like, yeah, mainly inspired by like the feeling of nostalgia overall. So this picture here is, I'm just going to kind of zoom in a little bit. This is actually from the exhibit. So it was up from September 21st through October 5th at Wild Fruit in St. Louis. So I really love this shot just because it just felt very homey and cozy to me and kind of embodied what Circa 1998 is all about. I ended up bringing this TV from like my parents' house into the show. And then we had Super Mario and like different games that the community or anybody that was stopping by the exhibit to kind of play the game and like have an interactive piece. So yeah. And then I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. So yeah, I talked about this piece behind me, which is Nostalgia Ultra, the mixtape cover. And I just really loved that mixtape for a very long time. And I was just playing it a lot while I was like preparing for the show. And yeah, this is like kind of like the start. This is like my little baby. It was like my very first painting I painted in like a couple of years, maybe like a year or two. So it just felt nice doing this piece. And it's like, I will never sell it. I probably will never sell it. Yeah. Just because how much it means to me. And then these two, this is also a picture from the actual show. I just kind of want to show like where it was at Wild Fruit. But I also love this piece a lot too, this gumball machine. This was actually taken off of Kings Highway. I was visiting a friend, and I was just like catching up with him just to see how he's been doing. And then I noticed he had a gumball machine at his house, and I was like, wow, this is like perfect for the show. Like I actually wanted a gumball machine, but I just couldn't find one in time for the show. So it kind of felt like a sign that like, yes, this has to be in the show. Like I'm catching up with a friend. And it was just perfect. I don't know. The moment just felt right. And I also love this piece too. It's called Find Your Way Back. And I also got inspired by the song Find Your Way Back by Beyonce. It was on the Lion King soundtrack. And I was like a big Lion King kid. I actually still have the VH1 over there on my bookshelf. So I kind of wanted to just show like a quote and also like have it like it be a reminder to myself while I was doing the show. Because I feel like as us creators, we can kind of get lost sometimes or overthink or whatever. Just I don't know. Just that song and that whole quote, "Find Your Way Back," was just it helped me a lot throughout this process, and it seemed like to help a lot of people during the show too. Like a lot of people resonated just with that simple quote, "Find your way back." So I also love that too. This piece here, I'm also like really obsessed with vintage cars. Hopefully I'll own one day. I took this in New Orleans, and it was actually on a girls trip with my best friend Iris. We were going to Louisiana. She's originally from Baton Rouge, but we was in New Orleans, so we kind of did a split trip. And so this was taken on Juneteenth, and I have a few other pieces of some other cars that I've taken here in St. Louis. So this also just kind of felt like a sign to capture this moment, especially since it was like it's always a sweet memory for me. Since it was me and Iris' very first BFF trip together. So like that's what I think about when and it was Juneteenth. So it was like perfect. It was like,
oh my God.
Yeah. It was like, yeah. I really love this.
I love that.
Yeah, so this one was definitely in the show as well. This one is actually, I should have actually included the reference photo, but this is actually an image I took of Noelle's Spiva. She's a DJ in St. Louis, or Spiva.
I love her so much.
Yeah, so I actually at it was in St. Louis. It was last summer at Beats and Brews at why am I blanking on the name of the place? Hop Shop. Yes, we was at Hop Shop. And it was like a DJ event. Yeah. So
you're like naming all the classics, all the people in all of all the places. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a really cool picture I took of her that I really loved. I really wish I would have had the image up here, but like on her shirt, she had a Betty Boop, a black Betty Boop shirt, and I was like, wow, this feels so nostalgic to me too. So that's what really made me want to take a picture of her. And then I ended up painting it pixelated, which a lot of people also love too. I really love this one too.
What drew you to kind of that, like the pixelation? Because the photo right behind you is pixelated. This one's pixelated. Like, what is it that kind of makes you vibe with that?
I think it's really because like growing up, I used to play a lot of Super Mario, and like those images kind of, or that video used to be kind of pixelated to me, and I just like I don't know, like I just really enjoyed it. And that's another reason why I also had the Super Mario game at the exhibit, just because that was also very nostalgic to me and like a part of my childhood too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so that's that
I
piece.
love that.
Thanks. And then this one here, this is like the last piece that was in the show. This was taken in New York City this past summer. And this also just felt like I was in the right place at the right time. I was like, it was funny. Like when I was preparing for the show, I was like, man, I really want to capture somebody like on a bike. Like I feel like I don't even see kids ride bikes anymore. I know that's crazy, but I don't see them.
Like we know they ride them, but where are they? And why are they not outside like we were outside?
But I was like, even when I go to the park or I'm at Forest Park, I'm like, why do I never see kids? I need to see somebody with a bike. So nonetheless, when I was in New York, I was like, wow, I saw so many Black boys and Black men on bikes, and it was a lot of them. I was like, no, where's my camera? I was like literally fumbling. I'm like, where's my camera? I need to get this. So this was like the best one out of that bunch. Like I took like maybe like 10 back to back. So that one also just feels, I don't know, it just makes me feel, it makes me feel good inside, because like this guy back here, he's like literally popping like a
wheelie. Yeah.
I don't know. I just loved it.
You were in the right place, right time, with the right eye also, for sure. Like all of those things all together brought us this beautiful image.
So that's what made me so happy about Circa 1998. It's like capturing all these sweet memories and like displaying it. Because I feel like even like as an artist, I feel like I always used to be in my head too much, like, oh, it has to be perfect. I need to have like the best what's the word I'm looking, equipment or something. Like I'm going to actually show you the camera. It's a legit point and shoot Canon. Like it's a very simple camera, but that's really Circa 1998. So I'm just kind of like still doing all of the same things. I'm still painting, still taking pictures, and just like documenting and like honoring Black experiences through my.
I love the gumball machine so much too, Sydney.
It's my favorite one. Thank you.
Like it's as a kid, like that was my like dream to have a gumball machine. Like, are you kidding me? And then like we go to the mall, and there used to just be a whole little section just full of like different candy machines, and I loved that. But to have one at your house was like, oh my God, like ultimate. I had like the little tiny plastic one, like ate all the gumballs in one day. But yeah, I feel like it's something that I don't know, just like the physicalness, I think, of our childhoods, like the actual in-person tactile element that we had is also something that's like, that wasn't, to not have that wasn't an option. Like, for example, like we weren't virtual first as kids. Like we were like physical first, you know. It was the playing outside, the going to the mall, the just being with each other, being in the street, riding our bikes, like. And I think the fact that you use just like a point and shoot camera to even tell that story is also kind of important. And it kind of reminds me of like we saw this happen in music where people released songs and it had to be like perfectly mixed and like perfectly mastered and had to sound so crispy clean. And we saw the same thing happen with like when HD TV first came out and it was just like, it looks real.
Right.
And for some of us, that kind of took the magic away because it was a little too real. It was like,
Yeah.
I want to be in the gritty magic of that moment and not necessarily feel like it's so clear, so crispy. And so I kind of feel like we're going back to that space where people want to have this like touchy, tactile, in-person experience. And so like, I don't know. But I feel like I get that from your show. It's just like very, even just the pixelation of the photo of Noelle and like the one of the car behind you.
Yeah.
I see you. I love it. I'm into it.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was also like an emotional time too, you know, like even preparing for the show, because I'm like reminiscing on the simpler times essentially. And quite frankly, you know, I'm tired of being an adult. I want to go back to those old days. You know, like I want to remember all the fun times when I was a kid. And kind of it was like so freeing, I feel like. So yeah. Oh, this is one thing I actually forgot to mention. The reason why I even named it Circa 1998, and I probably should have, this is something else I just had to learn. The reason why it's called Circa 1998 is because the camera was actually manufactured in September 1998. So I was like, yeah, I have to name it Circa 1998, especially since I was also born in September. I wasn't born in 1998. I'm not that young. No offense to anybody that's born in 1998, but I am not.
I wasn't gonna ask, but I was like, oh.
No, I'm not that young. So, but yeah, the camera is.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's like the little fun fact about why it was called Circa 1998.
Yeah, I like that. That is a fun fact. Like, I kind of like want to see a picture of the camera now.
Okay, wait.
I know that's funny, but like,
I'm about to show you.
Do you have it?
Yeah,
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Okay, I'm back. But yes, this is the point and shoot that I took all these pictures on.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
I love this camera. And it's like I can just put it on like a little purse. It's perfect.
Yep. I love that. So do you enjoy film photography more than you do digital photography?
Well, now.
Yeah. No. Please.
But yeah, right now I do enjoy film photography more. That's just something I've been kind of like gravitating towards. I'm no expert or anything, you know, like it's just like a medium I was just exploring with, because when I was in college, I had took my first film photography class, and that was the very first time I ever worked in a dark room. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, I was
interesting.
Yeah. So I was still painting a lot back then because I minored in studio art. So I was always at the art studio. But my interest in film definitely sparked in college when I took that first film class. But I haven't really been playing around with digital at all, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh man, this is like so cool. There's an artist who she's a creative director. She's many things. And she's the last person that I interviewed. I interviewed two women, both of them are in London. And yeah, like your love of nostalgia is really kind of reminding me of the interview that I did with Maria specifically. I interviewed two women, but Maria is like all things nostalgia, and she just reminds me, you guys remind me of each other, not because your work is necessarily similar at all, but really because of your love of capturing things. And like, to me, it feels like, yes, it's storytelling, like, yes, it is photography, but it's also, in a lot of ways, it's like archiving. Like, you are taking things that are just these little, yeah, these capsules and these moments in time, and saving, archiving them so that we have them, so that we can revisit them, so people can see what things were like. And that's also like really important
Yeah, wow.
and super cool.
That was the perfect way.
Hmm.
That was the perfect way to put it. And the little kid in me just like fluttered because you
Hmm.
said Maria, and you said she's based in London. Did you say
Yeah,
she was based? Oh, that's really crazy
yeah,
because I
yeah.
actually,
She's based in London.
yeah, I think that's so cool because London is like one of my, like I always say London is like my second home. I have a lot of family still there. Um and I also studied
Oh
abroad
my
there.
God, are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. So went to school out there for like a semester. So like London,
What?
oh yeah, my heart. But so that just made me so happy. I have to look up Maria sometime today
Oh,
for
don't
sure.
worry. I'll connect you. I will
Oh,
definitely, I will connect you guys. Like, yeah, I'm about to have her back for another studio session because she does something that I thought is really cool.
mhm.
She edits video in Photoshop.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
not yeah, it's not something that I've seen a lot of people do, or
Right.
like heard of a lot of people doing.
Mhm.
And anyway, yeah, I found it really cool, and her stuff is very like, you're literally transported back into the 90s in almost all of her work. But yeah, I think that you guys would definitely vibe. And if you're in London, like, my favorite thing is connecting people with each other. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, I am the gate, like, it's me.
Yeah.
It's
No.
me. I love to share. Okay.
No, I really love that. Like, I might have told you this
um,
before a while back, but like you also remind me of Keisha for that reason too. Keisha Mabry, like you two both are like the
oh, I
connect.
love Keisha.
Yeah, like you both are two like the connectors of St. Louis. I love that. Or in the creative.
Aw.
I love that.
Yes, absolutely. And that's so fun because Keisha and I have definitely worked together.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah, yeah. I love her. Um, okay, so I'm gonna pull up this little design that I'm working on in Adobe Express.
Cool.
But I think it would be fun if we start with something totally new. But first, I mean, I know that this is old art, and you got on
Yeah.
me for putting up some old art in this design, but I love the grill. Like, I
Fair.
love it so much, and we can change it absolutely right now. But but I want you to tell me about this piece. I want you to tell me when you made it and why you made it.
So I actually made this. I want to say this was like 2021 or 2020, one of those.
Yeah.
And it's actually an illustration of this creative and entrepreneur. Her name is Raven, and I'm blanking on her last name right now. But she has this
Mm-hmm.
club brand called Body by Raven. And I always just
Hmm.
love her grill. Like I want to get a grill one day, when
Mm-hmm.
the funds are right, because that's a lot of money.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so I just always was obsessed with her
Uh,
grill. So I made it for that, and then Marlon, my boyfriend, he actually dropped a mix, and this was the mix cover for his mix on SoundCloud.
no way.
So
Yo, that's
that's
actually really
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Thanks.
That is cool. All right, sweet. Well, we're gonna completely do away with this design. We're gonna start a new page.
Cool.
We will. We're gonna size it like we're gonna put it as like an Instagram reel cover,
Okay, cool.
just to play around and see what we can do with the dimensions of that. Okay.
Okay.
I think. Are you on this design with me now? Are you here? Have you been added?
Let me see. I'm about to pull it up.
Okay. All right. I know
I
you
think.
requested access to it, but I got to make sure that I did that right. So tell me if you can see it.
Okay. Let me see. I'm about to just click on the link for my chat again and see if it pulls up.
Mm-hmm. Take your time. And then I downloaded some of the um I downloaded some of the things that you sent me, but we'll see if I have them still.
Okay. And if not, I should be able to kind of like drop it into this um, file here. It's just loading. So just bear with me. It's
Okay.
going a little slow.
No, take your time. I have pulled up, like, I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of your things pulled up.
Okay.
But this is your first time working in Adobe Express, right?
Yeah, I haven't really worked in
Yeah?
Adobe Express. I'm usually like in Illustrator. So yeah. It kind of reminds
Okay,
me,
cool.
yeah. Looks like it's gonna be easy to use though.
I would say that I mean, like, you don't have to have any in like Illustrator, like anything. Like it combines stuff from like all of the apps. So like you can edit video in here, you can, like do a little bit of photo editing in here. There's a
Okay.
lot. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, which one of these do you want to start with? You tell me what vibe you're feeling. What we're gonna make is actually, I'm actually gonna change the dimensions of this because this is what we're gonna make. We're gonna make the banner for the cover for this YouTube video. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, let's see.
And I love that we're
It's
actually doing
kind
this.
of,
I think I really love that.
yeah. Yeah, and also like you are an artist, you are a photographer, like you have a mood, a vibe, and so I feel like you have a visual eye. Like it'll be fun to kind of see, like, I don't know, what you think. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And just
Okay,
kind of go through the process.
so
Um,
exactly.
can
While
you?
it's still loading for you, we'll do it like this. But once you're in there, you can feel free to click around. Like if you're in there now, you can play.
Yeah,
Is it
it
still
is.
loading for you?
Yeah, it is still.
Okay,
Let
don't
me.
worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. If you can see my screen, you can tell me which image you want to start with and we'll play from there.
Okay. Cool. Let's start with the beauty supply one. It's right next
This one?
down right there. Yep.
Okay. This is a beauty supply, a salon. Oh, stop. Where
Oh,
is this?
this was actually taken in Memphis. Yeah, it was in Memphis.
Wow.
This last March. Yeah, last March.
That's
Um,
beautiful.
yeah,
It's
I
like
love
so
that one.
tiny.
Right? It's very, very small for sure. But I loved it. I was like, wow, this little beauty salon. I said beauty supply first, but yeah, beauty salon. Salon.
Yeah. No, I love that. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
let's
Let's play
see.
with it. Do
Okay.
you want to kind of, I'll zoom out so we can see more of the screen here. Should we make it like collage? What do you
Hmm.
think? Or this can be like the focal point for it. Because basically what we need is, the cover for the YouTube video. We want people to have like enough information so they can know what video they're clicking into.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like, that it's also going to be really beautiful. So
Gotcha.
this is
Okay.
what it's like if we make it the background over here. So attach it as the background. You tell me what you think.
Let's shrink it a little bit, and just so I can have some
Okay.
white space in the back,
All right.
or
So
like it's a white
remove.
space border. Yeah. I
Okay.
think that would be a good size. Let's
Okay.
see what fonts. Because you're gonna put storytelling,
Yeah.
photography, and design.
We're
And so,
gonna use the same title, which is, hold on, let me see, what did I make it? Storytelling, photography, and design. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna use that as our title,
okay.
and yeah, you can play it out now. You can either add more images or you can start writing the text.
Yeah. Let me just see like what it looks like with text first.
Okay. Now, if you want, you can. There is an option to like use their built-in AI to like generate like some kind of font, like if you have like a specific texture of a font that you have in mind, or we can start basic and play around. There's like the font library is huge, or there's like You can click this little generator button for ideas. Like, what kind of font are you feeling? Like, should we go chunky? Should we go? Let's see.
I'm thinking, yeah, something clean.
Okay.
Like,
I'll put it here so you can see it.
yeah, like maybe some sort of sans serif of some sort.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's see what they have. Or actually, let me see what the you just scroll past. It's like AKT. Yeah, that one.
Are you
That
seeing?
AK.
Wait, right here?
Scroll back
No,
down.
not this one. This is so funny.
It is right there. Yeah, this
This
AK.
one?
Yeah, active, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, active, grotesque. It's always so funny how they name stuff. Okay, cool.
See if what like the bold one looks like if they have a bold font.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, we got bold. We have
or semi bold. Let me
extra bold, semi bold. Okay, hold on,
let's do semi bold. Yeah, let's see what this looks like with the title.
All right, sweet. Okay.
I feel like
we can copy and paste that. We'll probably have to break it up because I doubt all of that will fit. Yeah, okay. So how much we can copy, we can make a second like text box, and then we can just like decide what we want to go in the first one.
Yeah.
So maybe like
excuse me. Let's see here. Yeah, I was also thinking, like Adobe Express Tutorial can be by itself, and then we can kind of do, you're literally doing exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Should we put this in the white space down here, or should we put like something behind it so that we can see it when it's on here, like a
I think some type of maybe. Let's see.
Also here, let me show you this. So there's like a lot of ways that we can play with how this font looks. So right now it's default, but there's also hold on, let's see. Maybe we can't do it with this font, or maybe we can. Here's dynamic. So like it kind of plays around with the
okay.
You know, like we can play around with it like that. Obviously, we still have to figure out how we're gonna make it pop from here. So like, but there's a couple ways you can do that. We can put a shadow on the letters, which I feel like it's still not really going to help with this image. We could put, we'll get rid of that. We can put a shape behind it too. Like this is a horrible color, obviously, but terrible. But we could do something like that, or make it opaque so it pops a little bit.
Yeah. I mean? Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having some type of color behind it, but not distracting.
Yeah. Are you feeling the pressure of designing live right now?
No, I actually don't feel. I'm like, what am I feeling?
Okay, cool. And whenever it lets you in the design, please click around and play around with it.
Yeah, I wish it would load. It's just stuck on this little icon. Oh wait,
I just lied. I'm so sad.
I think it's pulling up. It's trying to.
Okay, it's working on it. Oh, also we can change the background from this like white to something warmer, or we could even do like, we could put another picture back here. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that.
I do want to color. I'm trying to think. I think I might want to do like maybe 3 photos in the center.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah, I think I want to do something like that. Just because since it is going to be word heavy, maybe just kind of break it up like that. Maybe we can kind of play around with the font once it's like maybe a few more images in the center.
Also, I don't know if you can see this on the left side, on the left-hand side, but here are like a couple of other like previous designs. Like here's one here.
Mm-hmm.
These are all for Instagram Reels, and we'll make one for that too.
Okay.
But that'll be easy because at the end we can just literally hit resize, and then we can move stuff around a little bit.
Cool.
So here's one over here where, oh my God, Brie Lynn, and I'm working with her in a couple of weeks. But this is like a picture of her. Then I removed the background and put her art behind it.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot that we can do with this. So if you have access to if you want to drop a photo in there now, you can, or I still have some uploaded stuff. So you can tell me what image you might want to put in there.
Gotcha.
Let's
see.
I've got your car. I've got some stuff. Oh, you're there. You made it. Yeah. You're in the design. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Okay, good.
Let's see.
Feel free to literally mess around with anything.
Okay. I think I'm going to upload a few images to use.
Okay. And if it's any that I have over here, like I have just a couple. I think the gumball machine one is really like popping though too. Like
yeah, I think that's the one I'm going to actually upload to be.
I love
featured.
That one.
Yeah, that's also my favorite one too. So it's a must. I must upload.
It's a must. If it's drawing us to it, we need to use it.
Okay. Okay. It should be loading. I just dropped it into the.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's on its way.
Okay. Cool. I'm like, hopefully I get it right.
We do. It's there. It's on the way.
Okay, cool. Let me see if I can find something else to upload here.
I really do love that. It is really pretty.
Thanks.
Do you want that one to be in the front, or do you keep the background and everything? I love smiley face and all of it. Like, what store is that?
That is, I can't even remember what store that is. Actually, we're going to yeah, I think we're just going to start this beauty salon because it's not going to fit. I don't think I want this over here.
We can resize it if you want. Like if you want to work with a vertical image, we can literally add a page and we can start working on the real cover if that was more inspiring. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sweet. All right. Make a new page. Okay, then let's resize this.
Cool.
Okay, here's my question. Is the Instagram reel size like it's different than like Instagram portrait size, right? Like,
yeah.
I feel like it is. Okay.
Yeah. The Instagram reel size is like the same size as the story image size.
Okay, which one do you want to make? Should we make one for I feel like it'd be cute if we made one for portrait post, and then we can always like make it story size. That's easy.
Yeah, that's cool with me. All right. Yeah, so we need to start with the reel or the portrait, whichever one.
Here we are. We're in portrait size, and if you want, now you can drag that same image from there. Like we have all of our pages now, but now you can upload that one, or kind of maybe drag and drop if that works.
Yeah.
Or you might be able to copy and paste it. I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can copy and bring it over here. Yes, maybe. Hey, here we are.
Perfect.
Can you see it? Okay.
I can't see it. I can see it on your screen, but I can't see it on my laptop just yet. but it's loading. It's doing
But you see it on mine. I love that. I love that it's like not actually synced, but just like kind of, just like a little bit.
it.
Okay.
Okay, now I can see it. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Sweet.
Um,
We don't have to have it as the background. There we go. Now you can resize it however you want.
cool. And then this one is also going to have like the Adobe Express tutorial and storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Because
Yep.
I'm just going to copy that.
Mm-hmm. All right. How much white space do you want on this one? Or do you still want white space? How you feeling?
Yeah, I still want some white space.
Yeah. More? Less?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking. I'm like, do I like? Yeah, I like it like that though. And maybe the font can do some type of overlapping on the image. Maybe. Let me see if I can. Can I paste this here? Cool.
Yep. Yeah, and weirdly, that text box is like so much wider than it needs to be. So you can like drag it from one edge to the others and kind of like, yeah, that way you can kind of work with it a little bit easier. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let me go get the other block of text.
Cool. Maybe I'll shrink this a little bit.
Okay. I heard it snowed. Did
It
it
definitely did.
snow?
It did, but it's
Aww.
gone now. I'm literally
You
looking out
said
the
it
window.
what?
It's gone now. Like it's sunny outside now. But I'm sure
Aww.
it's still cold. I'm sure it's still cold.
Do you like the snow?
I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't like a lot of it.
I
Hate it.
don't hate it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
I can deal with it sometimes.
Yo, that's funny.
um I don't know. Should I put a picture of myself? That feels so out in the
Yes.
open.
Yeah.
It does. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's so out in the open. You're killing me. That feels so out in the open. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
you definitely
Okay.
should. Like 100%. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, let me upload a picture. What am I feeling with this storytelling photography? Maybe.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna steal this from you and make a little
Take
update.
it. Do it. Hmm.
If my computer would work.
Also, I had the image, I put it on the screen, but it is not at all centered. Like it's just sitting there. So please, you can feel free to move that around too. And then I kind of like pretended to resize it some, but you know,
I got you. No
this
worries.
is yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. So where do you see your work like going next? What are you feeling inspired to do?
Mm, I honestly want to still explore with different mediums. So right now I'm kind of leaning
Mm-hmm.
towards like weaving in a sense and like doing or using a loom to create images.
Wait. Doing what?
Weaving? Have you ever heard of weaving?
Like physical weaving, like weaving?
Let me see. I'm about to show you a picture on my phone. Um,
Yeah, show me.
I don't know if there's another like another word to describe weaving. But like using like a weaving loom, something like wow, I can't find a good picture. 2 seconds, like this. Um, a lot of people like from back in the day, and then like maybe like more in South America, they used to make a lot of
Uh-huh.
like and like tapestries. through weaving. So
Okay,
like,
so literal weaving. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
yes.
so yeah, that's like where I'm kind of, that's the direction I'm going into now. So still want
Wow.
to kind of like play around with like low tech and high tech art, but still
Mm-hmm.
playing around with pixelation. So I kind of want to make like weaved pixelation images, I guess. I don't know.
Whoa, I love it. So
Yeah,
like for example,
research.
like the car that's behind you, like
Mhm.
taking like fabric and actually
Yep.
weaving that into shape.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. I also took a class in college. It was also a weaving course, and that also kind of got my gears turning again. So I'm like, oh, I need to find like a weaving
Mm-hmm.
class in St. Louis, or like reach out to like a professor in St. Louis to see if they
Yeah.
can give me like a crash course or something. But yeah, so that's
Oh
like what
my
I'm thinking.
gosh.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now.
I love that. What got you interested in that?
So like I used to, it's mainly from college, honestly. Like I kind of explored with a lot of
Hmm.
different classes in
Mm-hmm.
college. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I took this weaving class, and that was like the very first time I ever worked on a weaving loom. And it was just crazy. Like
Wow, yeah.
yeah, it was insane. I definitely tried to be as adventurous as possible in college.
Uh-huh.
Because I was like, when is the next time I'm going to have access to take all of these art classes, So
Yeah, yep.
do it, honestly. And now I kind of want to revisit it. Like I definitely have some of my work from
Mm-hmm.
college. And they're mainly like tapestries more than anything. And like some
Wow.
pillows. But yeah, I kind of just want to explore that again. I feel like that's when I
I
feel the
love
most
that.
inspired, when I'm like
Hmm.
jumping around from mediums. How
That's
do I
so cool.
do this? Yeah.
I think it's fun how so many of us are just like going back to these physical
Yeah.
spaces. Like, what can we make with our hands?
Yeah, exactly. That I'm definitely feeling more hands-on with
Mm-hmm.
things now versus I still do love design. It's just like you said, I just want to be more hands-on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I get rid of this? Is this a shadow shape?
Oh, yeah. So down here, I can turn it off. It was underneath shape, and then yep, it's off now.
Oh, yes, I see.
Now you're
Okay.
free.
Thank you. Thank you for freeing me.
Oh,
Um, I don't know what to do here. And I think it's also
okay.
because I'm being impatient because my laptop is moving so slow.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. Okay,
That's
I'm gonna shake it up for us for like half of a second, okay? Is that okay?
okay. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go over here and we're just gonna like look at some templates. This is
Okay.
sometimes what I do when I'm just kind of when I need to open my mind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So here are, and this is just like super random, but we can type in IG reel and see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I just kind of like to play around and see like how people are collaging things, or maybe if I want to play more with like fonts or like something I like about this is the background has a texture. Like this kind of reminds me of a poster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and we have like we've got some movie stuff, some video.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that we can play around with. So for example, let's say we go back to our actual design here. And, or also here, I'll show you this too. Load for me.
Oh, we love
Well, you can
technology.
see from this one, like I have, sometimes when I do fonts, I do, what'd you say?
Oh no, I just cracked the joke. I said, we love technology. It wasn't nothing important.
I know, it was like, it's going slow. But like with this one I'm working on right now, like
Mhm.
I played with a ton of different elements. So like We got her art laid in the background. I have a bunch of different fonts. Like I end up with this one. I did so much. Like at one point, I had this is still animated. I had this font like jumping in like that, and down and around. So like, there's a lot. You can be simple and like clean and easy with it, or we can, I don't know. You can also take inspiration from your website. Let's see.
Yeah, my website is very much so very clean and straight
Yeah.
to the.
Yeah,
So
I'm
yeah,
looking at it now. I'm looking at it. I like that though. So, and I like this blue actually
yeah, that's the
from
blue
your
I
name.
thanks. Yeah, that's
Do
the
you
blue I.
know the,
I can
this
actually
is like
look
the
it.
worst question, but like, do you know the actual code for it? Because we can switch this to blue, that same color blue.
Yeah, I'm pulling up Illustrator right now to get the code off my laptop.
80, and that I love. And then we can literally just put that in. But yeah, I'm looking back at your website now and just kind of, it's clean, it's simple. I like that. It's like it lets your art and your work shine through all of it. So I think that
Yeah, that
that's
was
lovely.
typo.
And I
Okay.
see your sans serif font. Even if you know the font name that you use, we can look and see if we have that font too.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And eventually we'll add the ABC Studios logo. And we
okay.
can even, a fun thing too that I do sometimes is like change the, it's called duotone, but I'll show you in a minute. But I like to change the color of the logo sometimes if I feel
Mhm.
like it'll really match the design that we're making. So we can play with that too.
Okay, cool.
Hmm. Did you find the code for the for your color?
Oh no, everything is just Illustrator's taking its sweet time to upload. I mean,
No.
I think
Okay.
I'm doing today. But
All
oh
that's you're live streaming. We got everything happening at one time. No, it's real.
yeah.
It's so real. We can play around. Like I know that this is not the color, but we can go into this and
Oh
customize
yeah.
it a little bit, you know?
Cool.
Um, and we can just kind of slide it until we feel like we have it. So let's see. I know it's like
I'm just
a
moving this.
shade of this royal
Yeah.
blue, but it's a little darker, right?
I mean, honestly, it could definitely work. I might just do like a off-white color in the background as like
Mm-hmm.
it's
I like
pure
that.
white.
Warm it up a little bit.
Yeah. And
No,
then
I think okay. I need to be like a
just
little bit closer. Mm. I forget that I'm live streaming and I'm like hunching over my computer with my face like right in this camera. It's
that's
so funny.
me.
I will be wondering why my back is hurting like in an hour.
Because you're this close, you
Oh
know?
my God, I'm like hunched over like why? Okay. I feel like this is getting closer to the blue from your thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like that.
Right? It's a little bit closer, right?
I think so.
Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to move this up and reduce the size if I can.
I'm still waiting for the photo of your face. Also,
Um,
ma'am.
yeah, maybe.
Why did you say it like that? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Mm.
This
I don't
is
know.
Tuesday. Yeah, it's like, I'm a little shy. You guys don't need to see my faces yet.
Girl, yes, we
My
do. Yes, the people do. Like,
Instagram, you'll see my face there.
I cannot. I cannot. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, carry up and move. There we go.
So this wasn't even like your first time with Circa 1998. This wasn't even your first time curating a show, right?
No, yeah, I've actually co-curated another show. It's called Timeless. And it was also with
Ooh.
my childhood friend Kristen. She's a poet. So we end up like joining forces together to do a poetry and art show. And that happened at the Luminary. So that's
Whoa.
our second time doing that. Yeah. It was really nice too. I really love this year's show. I mean, I loved last year too, but you know, like when it's your very first time, you're like, oh my God, what do I do? Am I doing this right? You know, running around and whatnot. But this year was
Aw.
it was like very nice. It was like the perfect amount of artists. Um, and yeah, I think everybody also enjoyed it too. Everybody that was a part of it also enjoyed it. So I love that.
And did you do it by yourself?
Like the art portion, or like
Like the curation of the show, like, because I know sometimes, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a lot, but did you do it all by yourself, like the production and stuff of the show too? Or I guess the luminaries is it's pretty helpful in like
yeah. So
getting
I
things
also
like that
hired like
started.
art handlers too. So they definitely helped me hang the work. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely was like in charge of like selecting the artists, figuring out where they were gonna go,
Yeah.
like where their work was gonna go. Kristen was
Mm-hmm.
also like she definitely was there too, but we both was like, okay, poetry's your baby, art is my baby, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, but no, it was good though. And it was just nice because it's like everybody got a chance to really like talk about their work. Cause sometimes I feel
Mm-hmm.
like um I do like more intimate shows for that reason because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the whole point is like to involve the community and you know get to know other local artists. And sometimes when it is a lot of people, um, or just when it's like a very big successful show, like that intimacy
Yeah.
can kind of get crushed a little bit. So I did like the fact that
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nobody got overwhelmed or anything with the crowd. So yeah.
That's so cool. And I think the coolest thing too is people getting to actually meet artists that are in the show and meet the
Exactly.
curator and kind of see like the flow and maybe get to talk about some of the pieces or yeah, I think that that's huge. Yeah.
Same here.
Hey.
I want to make
When I
this.
was
Sorry, my bad. I'm talking
no,
and
you're I do the same thing. I totally talk out loud when I'm like working on something. So it's fine. Also, this is one of the first times that I've gotten to actually like collaborate in real time on a
Mhm.
design like this, and it's fun. Like
It is.
it's also a little bit wild because you're both moving things around and trying not to touch the thing that the other
Thing,
person's working on.
yeah.
Um,
But I do like this though. It's like
mm.
very interactive. Like it's cool because like, you know,
Yeah.
me and you talking now we're there everybody is seeing us work on the content to post onto social media. So I do like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun, right?
Yeah.
That's super fun.
Collaboration. Yes.
Real time that collaboration.
Oh man, why did it do this?
What
Okay, Daniel,
happened?
can you help me? Can you move this down? I
Yeah.
didn't want this to overlap.
What do you want to move down the words?
Yeah, mine.
Your name?
Yeah, yep.
Boop,
There
got
we
it?
go. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, sometimes like what happens is because there's like in front or behind other stuff. So if you right click, then you can click like
Okay.
forward and backwards and back because I think they were like overlapping for sure.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, let's see. And then I can move this down a little bit.
Mhm. So, what do you think if we just put your name in blue? I don't know. I was looking at your website and we could put all of the text in blue. We could just have like, I don't know. What do you think? Because I feel
Hmm.
like just having Adobe Express tutorial in blue and not your name in blue is weird. Should we just change all the text to blue?
Let me see here. Because I was thinking changing all the text to blue. Let me just see what it looks like when
Hmm.
everything is blue.
Okay, I'm gonna move the logo for a second because I don't know where I want to put it yet.
That is all good. color.
And do you still like that up there at the top?
What, Adobe Express tutorial?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it can
I feel
stay.
like we can move it.
Okay, I mean, yeah, where should we move it to?
I
I
don't
like the
know. Let's
bottom.
just see what you say. You like the bottom? Yeah.
Come on.
Mm. I think I'm gonna just change what this says. Let me think. I liked the not cursive, but the italics that you had with the word "with" in. I thought that looked really
Yeah,
cool.
thanks. I'm like, something needs to break this up.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked how you did that.
Okay, let's see if I can move this up.
I hate this, but I don't know why I hate it or what I'm looking for. But let's go back.
I actually did like that it was in all caps too, but I get you. It's like something.
Yeah, it's missing something though, and I'm not sure what it's missing. Also, I think it's so funny that like we're having to figure out our styles for this, and we have such different like visual styles for stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is like
Hmm.
it's the fun part about collaborating on a design though. 'Cause it's just like we get to see what each other likes, we get to see like you know how it works. I get to picture you to put a picture of your face in here.
Yeah. I love that you keep sliding that back in there. You know.
I'm not going to let it die.
Okay. It's like for some reason I actually like it overlapping with the image, but maybe it should be like a.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Hmm.
Like a different color, different what?
Maybe a different color.
Yeah. Words that express my thing. Period.
Sorry. What did you say?
What did you think should be a different color?
But I don't know what color though. That's what I'm trying to
Oh
decide.
yeah, either. Or maybe a different font even. All right,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
put in everything that has to go in here and figure out where stuff should go. I can play with the color of this for sure. Let's see.
Mm,
That's okay-ish. How do you feel about making the gumball machine like a little bit bigger,
yeah, we can make it bigger.
like the picture? Okay.
Let me just move this stuff down here.
If we just
Yeah, you can make it this big, whatever you're
how
feeling.
about that?
Yeah, that works with me.
The center.
I think it looks like it. I'm going off vibes and just
Okay, I think it
eyeballing.
is. Just going off vibes.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I guess maybe we can make this even a little bit bigger. I'm going to make the image
Hey, do it. Do it. Do it. You can fill it up. most of the page if you want. And this is your art. And don't worry about overlaps. Yeah, you can always just hit like send to back. I kind of like it overlapping logo at the top right there too. I think that looks good.
It's like giving me like postcard vibes right now.
It is. It's kind of cute. I like that.
Okay. I think I want to red. Okay, I'm officially done moving it for right now. I
Okay.
think.
All right. Cool. Cool.
Okay. Oh, that's way too small.
And don't worry, like, don't stress. We don't have to finish it in this exact moment. That's the nice thing about like us having the design shared. We can play
Just
with
kind
it
of
until we like it. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Now, what font was this one? Active. Okay, let's see. Fonts in use. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, move it. Do it. It's fine. You can put that wherever you want. Also, we can change we can play around with the colors of it too, if you want. I do think I like this all in caps. Please make sure you tell me when your next show is also.
Okay, I definitely will.
Because I'd like to obviously like share it, even share it just like on All Black Creatives on my page. But sometimes I'm in town, and if I am, I would love to, I don't know, drop by and see it in person. That would be really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. When's the
Yeah.
next time you're going to be back in St. Louis?
I'd be lying if I told you that I knew because I have
Fair.
no idea.
That's fair.
I have no idea, but I think in the spring. I think I'll
Spring.
be
Okay.
back in the spring. Yeah. I'll be back in the spring, at least for like a short visit. Cause I mean, that's where my family is, my siblings, my dad, everybody. So,
Yeah.
always got to drop in and see the family.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel like we did some fun playing around with this. I'm gonna save it
Yeah.
so we can both keep working on it. But yeah, it's in the cloud. We're
Yes.
goody, and thank you so much for doing this with me. This has been really fun, and I've had a really, really fun time.
I have too. And
Just
like we haven't caught up,
yeah.
so this is great.
I know. I'm so happy we're finally actually getting some FaceTime in, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's been a long time coming, and it's so weird because even the last time that I was in town, we still somehow missed each other, which was so weird.
Yeah.
Because I think the last time was for the event and the interview that I had with Colin, and somehow you and I still just
Oh yes. Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
It was a busy time too.
Yeah.
All over the place.
It was like summer. Like summer is always just ridiculously busy. Like what can you say? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's summer in St. Louis. There's always an event happening like somewhere.
Multiple in one day at that. It's like, why is it 3 events? And
There were so many. And you know what though? Like the really fun part about it was that we collaborated. So it was Cami and my friends and I, and then it was also Mastermind. And because, I mean, it was just, but that's kind of the only way to do it. Like, St. Louis is such a beautiful city. It's
Yeah.
such a, like, the creative community is dynamic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, we're not the biggest city in the world. I think it makes sense when we collaborate on things. Like, I think it makes sense when we come together and actually get stuff done together. So I love to see that kind of stuff happening.
Same.
Anyway, I'm rambling. All of that to say, thank you so much for hanging out with me, designing some stuff together with me. And we will do this again soon, hopefully in person.
Yes. Yes. Crossing my fingers. Thanks so much again, Danielle. This
Me
is
too.
great.
Thank you so much, Sydney. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye. Well, guys, thanks again for joining me. And for those of you who are joining on YouTube and who will rewatch this on YouTube, yeah, please stay tuned, stick around with me. It's been weird now moving from Behance, where I usually see most of you, to a totally different streaming platform. I've needed to get on YouTube for a while though, so I'm happy to join everybody there. And yeah, I'm excited to see you guys soon and to keep connecting with all of you. Please, you can find me at, and I'll put it up on screen right now, at The Wildflower or at I Am Danielle Elise if you're on YouTube. That's where you can find me. Thank you guys so much for just hanging out with me. This is super fun. I will see you on YouTube and I will see you soon. And thanks again to my streaming sponsors at Adobe Express. I love creating things with you guys. And yeah, thank you for all of your support. Bye. Love you all. Talk to you soon.